Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I hope all the students are fine enough and studying at home. And today we are going to continue the chapter that we were doing last time. You know very well about the fact that we are continuously uploading all the materials which are there that I am discussing with you, and I am giving you the written work in order to write in your copies. So the last work that was done on the 24th of August. So basically, this is about the topic that I shared with you regarding fiber optical cable. And we saw a video, and I gave you the written material to write in your notebooks so that your work should be complete and the topic should be covered regarding all aspects. Okay, so this is the thing that you need to remember, that the video of the lesson that I am giving you, the video of the lesson and the written work is being uploaded regularly in your Google Classroom. Acha ji. Now, today what we are going to do, we are going to extend our topic that we were doing last time, and you know very well K, we were going through the guided and unguided medias. So here you can see that okay, what actually we were doing. Let me open the PowerPoint presentation through which actually we were going through. Okay. So is there anyone, any student who will give a quick review of the fiber optic cable? कोई ऐसा स्टूडेंट, एक स्टूडेंट कोई इसका रिव्यू दे दे, गिव शुड गिव ए रिव्यू ऑफ द फाइबर ऑप्टिक केबल व्हाट वी हैव स्टडीड yesterday. What is fiber optic cable, why it is used, what are its various advantages, etc, etc, all these things. Please raise the hand. How it is different from coaxial and twisted pair, where it is used. Okay, we had discussed about different things. We said that okay, what are different advantages, what are different disadvantages, what is basically its working, how the data transmits. This is an important thing in the form of light, and I had shared with you an important video as well by explaining all the options in it. So this was very, you know, very important thing that I have discussed with you yesterday. Yes, we will explain, we will give a quick summary so that we can move ahead towards today's work. Yes, Muniba.
Fiber optic cable uses the concept of reflection light through the core made up of glass or plastic. The core is surrounded by a dense glass or plastic covering the cabling.
Okay.
Basically, it is a glass or plastic wire that reflects light, and the advantages are increased capacity and bandwidth, lightweight, less signal attenuation, immunity to electromagnetic interferences, resistance to corrosive metal. And disadvantages are it is difficult to maintain, it has high cost, and it's very fragile.
Okay, good. Muniba, can you define how data transmits through the fiber optic? What is the phenomena? What is basically the main factor in the fiber optic cable? Data is transmitting in the form of electric current, electronic current, or something else. In which form the data is being transmitted?
In the form of light.
In the form of light. And that light phenomena is basically the refraction of light, total internal reflection. Okay, the light is going through basically core and cladding. It is cladding. Okay. Core and cladding are basically two different materials having two different refractive indices. And I had shown you diagrammatically ki how two different refractive indexes make it possible कि the data transmits through the wire. Okay, and it has got a huge bandwidth, and the signal attenuation is very less. And when signal attenuates, we install a booster. After the 100 kilometers, we install
100
a booster to
kilometers.
boost the signal so that the signal should not lose its strength. So these all are the things that we have discussed, and then we discussed ke what are after the core and cladding. Then what is there? Protection shield is there. Then steel wiring is there. Insulator is there. Even a copper covering is also there in order to provide current when the signal booster is there. So it will need the current. So that is also there. But the basic structure is only core and cladding. Okay, it is the basic structure that I showed you in this slide. Okay, basically, the core and cladding is there through which the data is being transmitted. Acha ji, thank you so much. Okay, you have explained these all things, and I have also added these things. I have uploaded the video of the lesson so that you can go through. I explained you in detail by showing you video and by explaining all components over there. Okay, what is basically the whole idea behind it. Now what we are going to do, we are going to discuss about now the unguided media. Unguided media, as its name is showing, that there won't be wires. Unguided media means that the wires will not be there. It is referred to as a wireless or unbounded. Achha, one word is there. Bounded is used for guided media, wired media, also called bounded media. Okay? Such kind of things may be asked in your MCQs. Okay, what is the difference? What is basically the other name of the guided media, bounded media, wired media? What is the other name of the unguided media, wireless media, unbounded media? No physical medium is required for the transmission of electromagnetic signals. Physical medium is not there, but the signal is basically going through the air or even through the space. It passes through the, and it is going wirelessly. No wires are there in it. So we can make comparison case physical paths are there, physical wires are there in the guided media, and now you can see that in this era, the unguided media is getting advanced, and we are getting day by day a more speed provided with the unguided media as well. So what are different features over air? Signal is broadcasted through the air, less secure. Why it is less secure? Because in the guided media, the medium is there with the wire, and a particular person does not have an access to that wire. Okay, because the wire is secured. Fiber optic is under the earth or under the water. Similarly, other wires are there which are protected, so the hackers can't access them directly. They will have to go to wire in order to do some kind of such kind of illegal activity. But when we talk about the unguided media, so in unguided media it is less secure because the signal is there in the air, available in the air. So when the signal is there, so signal can be approached in order to hack it. So this is the thing. This is one of the feature which is basically giving its disadvantage, but advantages are more in number, so we are used for the larger distances. Normally for the larger distances, it is better that we are using the unguided media. For satellite communication, for long radio communication, we are using different kinds of unguided media. Acha, in unguided media, how the data is being transmitted? In guided media, we are saying that the wires are there. Wires are there, whether it is twisted pair cable or whether it is a coaxial cable or even fiber optic cable. We are saying that the wires are there. But what is there in the unguided media? Now we have to see this thing. This is an important thing. Today's lesson is very important. I'm going to explain some very key things. Basically, we have got waves. You know, waves travels in the medium. So we have got transverse waves and longitudinal waves. These are the two types of waves. Transverse waves are normally there in the form of ups and downs. These are called crust and troughs. Up, trough, crust means down, up and down. These ups and downs are basically creating the transverse waves. Another format is basically there which is called longitudinal wave. Longitudinal wave is in the form of compression and rarefaction. इसमें क्या है? What is there in it? Compression and rarefaction. क्या मतलब है? What is meant by compression? Compression मतलब when the molecules of the medium are closer to each other, then this is called the compressed format. And the molecules, when the molecules are on distance, when these are released, this is called rarefaction. Compression, rarefaction. This is called longitudinal wave. Longitudinal wave is basically the, just like the example is the sound wave. When I am speaking, I am basically releasing a longitudinal wave which is creating just because of the tongue, which is basically making a disturbance in the medium of the air. I am transmitting a longitudinal wave which is creating a disturbance in the medium in the form of the compression and rarefaction. So basically these are the two types of the waves which travel in the air. Basically when we have no physical media like wires, when wires are not there and the data is traveling, so these are the two types: longitudinal waves and the transverse waves. Longitudinal wave, sound wave, transverse wave. For example, we can take the example of electromagnetic waves. These are the transverse waves. Okay. Similarly, other types of electromagnetic, micro, all the radio, these are transverse in nature. Now, if we talk about the waves, transverse waves or longitudinal wave, you will see that some terminologies are there, some important terms are there. कुछ important terms हैं that we need to understand. Some important terms. First one is wavelength. This topic is comparatively overlapping with the physics as well. We must know before going towards the wave. Wave को समझने के लिए we must know what is basically meant by wavelength, what is meant by the frequency, and what is meant by the time period. So I am going to explain you with this diagram that I have shown you what is basically the wavelength. Wavelength is basically the distance between the two successive crests और ट्रफ्स, इनके दरमियान जो फासला है that is called wavelength. Let's suppose this is a trough and this is a trough, this is a crest and this is a crest. तो इनके दरमियान the distance between two consecutive और successive, एक के बाद दूसरा जो फौरन बाद आ रहा है, not कि you are taking first one and then you are taking third one, no, one after the other. If you are taking two ups or two downs, one after the other, the distance between them is called wavelength. Getting this point? Wavelength can be defined as the distance between two successive crests or troughs of a wave. It is measured in the direction of the wave. As the wave is going, so definitely we are measuring the distance, and of course we will measure it in the normal method, which is basically the international system for measurement. We are going to use the meter or centimeter or millimeter, the lower and higher units of meters. It is measured in the direction of the wave. This means the longer the wavelength, the lower the frequency. अच्छा, अब ये वाली बात क्या है? What does it mean? What is meant by frequency? Frequency मतलब how many cycles are covered in unit time. Unit time means in a second. अब ये जो wave जा रही है up and down, up and down, up and down, the transverse wave, how many crust and troughs basically is making basically one cycle? One crust, one trough is making a one cycle. How many cycles are covered in 1 second? 1 second matlab unit time. This is called frequency. Frequency means the number of waves that pass a fixed point in unit time, also the number of cycles per second. ठीक है? Number of cycles per second, basically it is called the frequency. Are you getting this point? कि frequency हम measure कर रहे होते. These are the terminologies related to the wave. Until we will not understand the wave, we won't be able to define about different microwave. What is microwave? What is basically radio wave? What is infrared? It will be difficult to understand okay, what are the differences between them. Getting this point? So wavelength matlab distance between two crests or troughs. These are the two troughs, so their distance between them. This is wavelength. Frequency, one crest and one trough covered in unit time. How many crest and trough? मतलब how many cycles are being covered? ठीक है, in unit time मतलब unit time means in 1 second. Okay, the last thing is there. Time period means the time required to complete one oscillation. अच्छा, time period is, you can see that it is opposite of the frequency. Frequency मतलब number of cycles covered in unit time, and time period means के time required to complete one oscillation. One oscillation मतलब one cycle, completion of one cycle. So this is called time period. Okay, are you get? So if frequency का opposite है, this is basically the reciprocal of the opposite of the frequency. So these are the three things that we need to understand first. So the frequency over here is basically wavelength is there and the time period is there. How many types are there for the unguided transmission? Basically, unguided transmission are of similar type, but with the differences. But with the differences in the different things which are basically long, which are basically the wavelength, frequency, and the wavelength and frequency. Basically these are the two important things over here. मतलब ये है कि all the types of unguided medium means the wireless media, all types are similar, एक ही तरह की हैं, मगर फर्क क्या है उनमें? फर्क क्या है? व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस? फर्क उसमें उसके वेवलेंथ में है और उसकी फ्रीक्वेंसी में है. इसकी वजह से दैट्स व्हाई वी आर आस्किंग वन कि दिस इज माइक्रोवेव, वी आर आस्किंग अनदर दिस इज रेडियो वेव, वी आर आस्किंग अनदर this is infrared. So how we are defining कि this is radio wave, this is microwave, this is infrared? All are looking similar. All are looking similar. कैसे पता चलेगा कि this is microwave, this is infrared, and this is basically radio wave? Just because of these characteristics that I have shared with you. Their wavelength and the frequency will be changed, of course, and when the frequency will be changed, that time period will also be changed. So basically there are two major things, wavelength and the frequency. Getting this point? Okay, all the waves which are that we are going to discuss will look similar, but the differences will be there in their wavelength and the frequency. Of course, when the frequency will be changed, then their energies will also be changed. Now I'm showing you one diagram in front of you. It is very important diagram. If you will understand this thing, so you will be able to have a clear and a sound concept of all the waves. Now please pay attention. इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक स्पेक्ट्रम. स्पेक्ट्रम का मतलब ये है कि इट इज बेसिकली a collection of all the waves that we have got. Okay, इसमें ज्यादातर waves वो हैं which are invisible, जो नजर नहीं आती. Mobile wave, mobile signal is coming to our mobile. Are we able to see? No, we are not able to see. Radio waves, are we able to see? No, we can't see them. We can't see them, but we can see only the light waves. We can see only the light waves. जो हम light जो हम on करते हैं, the waves of the light, and you know that basically the light is divided into 7 colors. You can see over here. We can divide into on so many colors, but basic 7 colors are there. You would have used the prism experiment. Okay, when a light rays pass through a prism, it is divided into its 7 basic colors, just like a rainbow. Okay, so what is there? All types of waves that we have got, actually What are their differences? This is the thing that we need to understand. If you please pay attention to this diagram, I'm going to explain this thing. This is the sequence. I am discussing from right to left. I am discussing from right to left. अगर आप देखिए right पे radio, then micro, then infrared, then visible light, then ultraviolet, then X-rays, and then gamma rays. These are the rays over here in the electromagnetic spectrum. All are not there in our syllabus. हमारे syllabus में सारी नहीं है ये. But in order to give you the concept, I am going to explain this thing. So ये हमने क्यों draw किया है? Why we have got this electromagnetic spectrum? In order to give you the proper understanding. अगर हम, if we are looking at this wave signal, wave को देखें अब आप यहाँ पे, if you see the wave is basically having distance in the radio. The distance between the crust and trough is being decreased in the micro and more decreased in infrared and more decreased in ultraviolet, visible then ultraviolet and decreased in the gamma. It means के wavelength radio का सबसे कम होता है. The wavelength of the radio wave is lesser, and the wavelength of the gamma ray is higher. Getting this point? सबसे कम wavelength किसका है? Radio wave, then microwave, then over there the wavelength is basically increased. सबसे ज्यादा wavelength है radio wave का. Then उसके बाद अगर हम देखें तो wavelength कम होता जा रहा है. Wavelength क्या है? We have already discussed about. Wavelength is basically the distance between the two successive crest or troughs. So this is सबसे ज्यादा wavelength जो है, the highest wavelength is of radio wave and the lowest wavelength is of gamma rays. तो यहाँ पर अगर हम देखें distance ज्यादा है तो high है, ये long wavelength है, और यहाँ पर अगर हम देखें distance कम है. So यहाँ पे radio wave have got the longest wavelengths. The radio wave have got the longest wavelength and the gamma ray have got the shortest wavelength. Longest wavelength radio wave, then lesser microwave, then lesser infrared, and then lesser so on. The gamma rays have got the least. Okay, but if we see the frequency over here, you will see that the frequency of the radio wave is low frequency, okay, and the frequency of the the gamma rays is high frequency. अच्छा, frequency यहाँ पे हम कह रहे हैं कि long wavelength है radio wave का, but उसकी frequency क्या है? The frequency is low. Why? Because जितना long wavelength होगा तो जाहिर है cycles per second तो कम हो जाएगा ना. Cycle per second will be lesser. So cycles per second will be lesser for the radio wave. ठीक है? अगर हम यहाँ से देखें, लेफ्ट टू राइट देखें, तो इंफ्रारेड का वेवलेंथ कम होगा, माइक्रो का ज्यादा होगा और रेडियो का सबसे ज्यादा होगा. Are you getting this point? I hope this thing is now clear. ठीक है? So in our syllabus, infrared, micro and radio are there in our syllabus that we are going to discuss about. Before going towards the next things, I would like to show you over here a video, and then I am going to explain some more things about the radio waves. السلام عليكم. اقول لكم شغله. العطور نوعين، نوع تشتريه لكن بعد اسبوع. Okay.
Electromagnetic spectrum. Hello students, welcome to the present session of electromagnetic spectrum. Do you know what is meant by spectrum? A spectrum is a group of different wavelengths and frequencies. The different types of radiations like infrared radiation, visible UV radiation, or waves are constituted as electromagnetic spectrum. When a ray of light falls on the prism, a sequence of colors are produced, which is called as visible spectrum. The thermal radiations with high temperature and higher wavelengths are called as infrared radiations. Ultraviolet radiations are not visible to human eyes due to their lower wavelengths. Significantly, all these waves differ in their means of production and properties, but still they have some common features, like when they are described in terms of oscillating electric and magnetic fields, they are perpendicular to each other. Thus, they are called as electromagnetic radiations. In the electromagnetic radiations, both the electric and magnetic fields oscillate perpendicular to the direction of propagation of radiation. 3. All electromagnetic waves are transverse in nature. So, electromagnetic radiations travels with same speed. The speed of the radiation is equal to the speed of the light in vacuum. C is equal to V lambda is equal to 3 into 10 power 8 meters per second. The waves traveling with velocity of light and consisting of oscillating electric and magnetic fields perpendicular to each other and also perpendicular to the propagation of direction are called as electromagnetic waves. Such waves with different ranges of frequencies constitute an electromagnetic spectrum.
Okay. So what is basically meant by the electromagnetic spectrum? This was the thing. Okay, electromagnetic spectrum means electromagnetic waves which are transverse in nature. Transverse waves are there. Number one. Number two, they have got different properties. That's why these are different. Okay? They have got different wavelengths and frequencies. As we can see over here, if you remember this diagram, you will be able to understand that when we are going from radio wave to infrared, so the wavelength is basically being decreased. Higher wavelength is got by radio and lower wavelengths are with the infrared. Okay, but keep in mind that the energy is basically higher the energy with the infrared and the lower the energy with the radio wave. Why? Because energy is basically dependent on its frequency, and since the long wavelength is there with the radio wave, so its frequency is low, hence its energy is low that it is carrying. Okay, these all types of waves are invisible, but the only wave that is visible, which is basically called the visible light. In this video that I have shared with you, the visible light, the experiment was shown to you that when a light ray passes through a prism, it is converted into its 7 basic colors that you can see, and visible light is the only light which you can see. Okay, this is basically the ray that you can see, but other forms of the waves that we are discussing right now are basically invisible. Okay, so basically these are the three properties that we have gone through over here. Achha, now come towards basically what is meant by, please pay attention to this slide, what is meant by a wave. Wave hoti kya hai? What is actually a wave? These are the important terminologies that we must know. A wave is basically an oscillation that transfers energy and momentum. वेव के अंदर क्या होता है, कुछ एनर्जी होती है that it why the energy is there, because it has got a speed with the frequency. A disturbance of matter that travels along a medium, examples include the wave on a string, sound and water. These all are the waves types, but right now in our syllabus we are going to discuss about only the electromagnetic waves, where we have got radio waves, microwaves and the infrared. The speed, wave speed speed at which the wave disturbance moves depends only on the properties of the medium, also called the propagation speed. Because other waves are also there, na? Water waves are also there that you study in physics, string waves are also there. But what we are discussing the transverse waves, and these are basic, we are restricted to the electromagnetic waves. Oscillation, where particles are placed perpendicular to the wave direction, that is called an oscillation. So we have discussed that basically there are two types, longitudinal and transverse. And for transverse, we have got wavelength, frequency, and time period, and every wave will have an energy level as well. And the electromagnetic spectrum shows you this thing, and you can see that K, higher the wavelength, the lower the frequency and lower the energy, and similarly, shorter the wavelength, the higher the frequency and higher the energy level of the wave. Up to here, if you have got any question, please ask me so that we can address that particular question. Then we will move towards the radio. What is basically a radio wave? In the meantime, let me mark for the attendance. Acha ji. So we have got from Amira Tahir to Muniba. And then Muhammad Hani Hassan. Yasin. Okay. Acha ji. Yes, please. If is there any question that you would like to ask, please raise the hand. Anything that you want to clarify over here? Acha ji, can anyone tell me the status of the syllabus about the previous chapters? You have already done 3 chapters, I think, because we are doing chapter 4 according to the August syllabus. Muniba, will you please tell me about it so that we can see that you are well prepared for your upcoming term exams? Kindly. Ji, please.
Sir, we first read the chapter 1 introduction to computer.
Okay.
Then
Introduction to computer, this was the chapter that was completed, and you know all these things in the chapter of introduction to computer.
this side was completed.
Okay.
And then the fundamental operations of computer.
Then comes the fundamental operations of computer. That is the chapter that you have done.
Chapter 2.
Okay, chapter 2. This is the chapter 2. Okay, fine.
But it wasn't very clear.
Fundamentals you have done. Similarly, the data communication right now we are doing. What about chapter number 3? Afterwards, the chapter 3 is there. What you will say about chapter 3?
Sir, we only did practical for chapter 3.
So that is the chapter number 3 that you have done?
No, sir. So when we were doing chapter 3, we had Miss Khalda. So she didn't have the book, so she only told us how to do the practical. We didn't read anything.
Okay, you did not go anything. Okay, fine. It is basically chapter number 3 is about office automation. Office automation. Okay, fine. Fine. So what is the strategy for the chapter number 1 and 2? You have got the written material in your notebooks?
So for chapter 1, we have got it. For chapter 2, yes, sir. We
Okay,
have
fine.
for chapter 1 and 2.
Okay, fine. Okay. So as I have told you, okay, in your term exams, definitely when you will have exams, so you will have to write answers, and you know that the question and answers which are giving at the end of the chapter, the questions will not come same as it is from these questions, you know very well. So I am covering the topics in all aspects, and I will give you, inshallah, in upcoming classes I will give you the sample questions. The questions, you know, questions can be asked in some very different ways. Some very different ways are there, not necessarily these are the questions which will come in your board exams. No, there may be a variety of questions that could be asked to you. So what I am going to give you, I am going to give you the, for example, define. Similarly, I am going to give you the differentiate. I am providing you the material. As I have told you, okay, if you see in your Google Classroom, you will be able to see that whatever the topic that we are studying, I am going to give you to write it. What are its uses? Because you may be asked in your paper to write this thing. Okay, uses, what are advantages, what are disadvantages, and the things like that. So you need to be very much prepared about this thing when we will have the exam. So we will have to write the answers in this way. Okay, we can get maximum marks. So over here you can see that, okay, the questions which are given over here, no one is going to ask the same questions just like given over here. Okay, so the questions may be in some difficult or some in some other order, for comparison, for writing advantages, for making comparison, or for writing characteristics, features. So in this way the question may be asked. These are the sample questions. Okay, okay, fine. So up to here, if someone has got any question, please ask me if you have got any question, so that we can conclude today's lesson over here. Any question, any type of question you would like to ask, please. All the things are clear. All the things you are getting, these all things. Yes, Muniba.
So, sir, will you explain to us the chapter 3?
Yeah, inshallah. I'm planning we have got 4 classes in the week. So what should I do? 3 classes we should spend on the regular work that we are doing for this data communication, and 1 class I should spare uh, for the office automation. So this chapter will be explained to you, inshallah. Okay, all the things, inshallah. Fine.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Yes, any other student, please, if you have got any question, our class time is now about to over. Only very less time is there. If you have got any question, please ask me. What should I understand? Okay, all the things are very much clear, or you did not understand anything, so that's why you are not asking anything. Or all the things are very much clear of of that level. Okay, you don't have any kind of question about electromagnetic spectrum, about wave, about all the terminologies we have studied today. What is meant by frequency? What is meant by time period? What is wavelength? What is energy? What is transverse wave? What is longitudinal wave? All the things are clear to you. Okay, good. So thank you so much.